Da na 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 na. Da na na na. Kids! Alright, welcome to the BBL semi-finals. Coach of the New South Wales, it's your boy, Bird. This week we're going to play another big YouTube name, the Under the Radar, also known as Kelly, aka the Lit God. Kelly is definitely a formidable opponent. For those of you who do not know who Kelly is, he's won a P4G Championship. And considering when the P4G champions are like, no, Joey didn't win one. Fucking the GOAT, 6 foot hacks. God bless his soul. Hope you're doing alright, man. Bill Standish, fucking Twinkie little star, aka Twinkie Bill. And also Kelly. You know it's going to be a strong opponent. He's also like had good runs in the BBL. Absolutely monstered people with his Mega Mewtwo. Ate them alive, essentially. But more importantly, you know, he's played in the BBL before. He's really good powers with GTM Jolt. So you know he's going to be a good opponent. And when formulating this team is going to be a very long team builder. I'm going to fucking hate every fucking moment of this fucking team builder. Because I'm going to have to speak for so long and Aaron's going to have to do so much fucking editing. And it's a massive thank you as well, always to the god, Aaron2420, who is an absolute amazing editor, and that you guys should definitely be checking out. Where is the New South Wales? Ah, here we are. Yeah, so when we go into this matchup, there's a couple of things I really wanted to analyze here. Also, as well, going to use a massive shout out to fucking people that helped me prep along the way. Massively importantly to Khaz and Masto, who were really fucking influential this week. Quality over quantity, my friends, and when you have those two people, you just cannot like deny that type of quality. Particularly Khaz. Khaz is absolutely fucking amazing. The way that he does the lodge and like his general demeanor, he's just a fucking great bloke and a great player, I think, that a lot of people sleep on. And also Pedonison, he's just the best Arceus builder around. You know, he picks a fucking shit round 1 pick, but I think he's done pretty well. And also as well, there's going to be some scenarios which play in my head. Now, Pedonison did play Kelly like week 2 or 3, where one good read by Kelly won in the game. It's important to understand that Kelly is an aggressive player, but a very calculated aggressive player. And he likes to make those doubles and those, like, I call them envy plays because they're very typical of envy, of like unnecessary aggressive plays. Now, in saying that, there's a way to get those people apart. And when I've seen Kelly play, a lot of the times it's in leagues where he's beaten glue sniffers. The BBL's no exception. There's some fucking glue sniffers in this league. That Kelly's definitely been more capable. And, you know, he's played in the WB, that's the Let Wolfie Glick Win League. Wolf Beats Everyone League, or whatever the fuck they call it. And now, when I looked at the matchup, right, so there's Arceus, Normal, Taunty, Slowbro, Mewtwo, Bishop, Lapras, Emboar, Mega Ampharos, Torterra, Roselia. You know, Kelly's got Mega Mewtwo X, as mentioned earlier, Gliscor, Mark, Vape, Ditto, Savali, Vikavolt, Crustle, Reapidish, more Wild Golduck, and Noivern. There's definitely a few things that I really wanted to focus around. In the first game, Kelly didn't bring a normal resist, but he did bring the Ditto, which was an important thing. And when I was looking at the team, I thought, oh fuck, I'll bring Specs Arceus because it's a very, very good idea. And banded Emboar. A lot of raw damage output. There definitely was some failsafe to that logic, and that was mainly that the Emboar was way too slow, and his normal resists are Crustle, Moil, and Silvally Ghost. Now, when looking at Kelly's team and like I don't know, the distribution of stats, he has a big 4, and it's Mega Mewtwo X, Gliscor, Vaporeon, and Ditto, in my opinion. Hasn't brought Ditto that much, but I think that they're the real big 4 Pokemon we're trying to prep for Kelly. Is that those 4 Pokemon are like the biggest fucking threats on the team. Mega Mewtwo X, 25 and 4. Gliscor, 2 to 5, and Gliscor has the potential to win any fucking like game, because you can go 6-5 up, and then you can just fucking tag sub-stall teams with Gliscor, and it's fucking hilarious. And that was definitely something that I was worried about with my team. Alola Mark has that potential to stall, but I also saw the way that he likes using Vaporeon. tried an offensive Vaporeon. Must be a big fan of the TTM burp tips. I heard Mara likes fucking defensive Vaporeon. But, you know, you never know when you catch a kid with a Specs Vape. Also, as well, the Ditto is going to be very, very important when you understand a lot of, like, my mentality going into this game. So, as I said, the first build, and, yeah, there's definitely a few things we didn't like. We were when I looked at Kelly's team, a lot of his team is counterintuitive. So, for example, Crustle and Vikavolt, both are weak to Rock, both have that bug typing, Golduck and Vape. And that was like, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to prepare for, like, 6 Pokemon. Those 4 Pokemon plus 2. And that's what I have to prep for, and that is what I'm going to prep for. Because I don't see a world where he doesn't bring Ditto, and I'm not seeing a world where he's not going to try to bring, like, Rapidash, because a lot of Pokemon players will look at losses and say, well, where did they go wrong? And, you know, Leo beat me because I didn't have a fire resist at the time. I think mainly it's because I played poorly in that game. And that's where a lot of players are now thinking, oh, Bird doesn't have a fire resist. I just think the way that Leo maneuvered fucking Pyro was amazing. I think that's why I lost to Leo. He put himself into some very good positions, but also at the same time, you know, I forgot Side Strike was a move, and I'm pretty shit at the game. So when we looked at the second build after me and Khaz, actually I'll show you the first build and where Khaz really wanted to, like, roast the initial build of the team. Who did I send? Did I send it to Randy? Surely I sent it to Randy. Randy's so fucking wholesome. Oh yeah, Randy helped as well. Aaron, fucking please edit all that shit out. Okay, so the plan initially was, as I said, Spike Stack and normal Ghost Spam, because he just didn't have any good answers. Now, was this the first team? Yeah, I think this is the first team, right? Aaron's gonna have to edit a few things out, because I don't want fucking finances on the fucking ring. No, that ain't doing it. So yeah, this is the Banded Emboar build. You know, very, very nice Banded Emboar, I thought. Very, very nice. Scarf Torn, because it was, you know, beautiful. Arceus, you can see there, Extreme Speed Earthquake, Mimikyu, Roselia, and Torterra. And the Okabera Torterra was particularly for that Rapidash, as I said. If someone's going to try to expose the flaw in my team, I'm going to make sure that they don't fucking regret. But the two things that really stuck with me were how good Arceus was, especially SD, Extreme Speed. And I thought Earthquake, just mainly for the Alola Mark Mawile, just to really, like, mitigate the impact of those Pokemon. Then we had SD Mimikyu. And I thought, okay, SD Mimikyu is also very, very nice. The Z move picks up Mark, does half to Silvally Steel, you know, and does a lot just in general. Like, the special, I think what sort of ruined Z moves in a way is when they started giving specialized Z moves. Because I think, for example, Camus would nowhere near be as good if it didn't have a specialized Z move. Same as Mimikyu. I think Mimikyu would still be very, very good. But the Mimikyu EMZ, sort of Galio Z, like all those sort of ones, are just really, really ridiculous in terms of how much extra power they get. And also, Khaz told me that my fucking idea was stupid. He said, why the fuck do you have a Roselia this week? The man has, like, ridiculous amounts of answers to it. And if he brings, like, Silvally... And now, this sounds really fucking weird, but when I got into the mindset of that, I said, well, okay, he's going to have to bring Defog. But, like, Defog Gliscor doesn't get affected by spikes. You fucking run Iron Ball Defog Gliscor and, like, not kidding. I was paranoid about Banded Rapidash or Offensive Rapidash like he brought in the first game against Masto, so I was like, okay, maybe I need, like, Aqua Torterra to maybe help out with that. And when I looked at it, I was really thinking just how good he just by normal Ghosties doesn't bring Mawile, for example, or alternatively doesn't bring the Ditto, and how those two Pokemon could interact with one another. So when we were discussing Arceus, we had a lot of ideas, but Extreme Speed is essentially a base 144 move after all the mod plays. The 1.5 stab boost, the 1.2 Silk Scarf boost is fucking ridiculously strong as a base move. It's like the equivalent of really running Giga Impact on, like, Katana. It's just insane. And then Arceus' only, like, pitfall was it missed out on a few KOs. So I took the two main centerpieces of this team, decided to go and go, okay, well, how do I need? And I thought to myself, I think Torterra was still objectively the best fucking hazard setter. And I was, like, paranoid about banning Rapidash, and I was hoping that Priority would pick things up. Also break Sashes. Like, here's the thing. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but Sash Ditto could reverse sweep at any time if you don't have rocks up. It's important to get him up. Hit him up. And I think as well, like, the way that Torterra just functions on the team, Earthquake, Woodhammer for Vaporeon, it's just very, very nice. Also, Crustle hits like it was nothing. And then once those, like, I felt that was really, really nice. I was then looking at the next Pokemon, and Airfrost was something that Randy suggested as a really fun offensive set. And I think there's the build of it. Let me find it. Aaron, please edit this shit. You're gonna have to like spend a little bit of time. I'll like give you an extra like $5 USD. Just remind me. So this was like the second time, and this was like offensive Ampharos, right? This modest nature, very, very offensive, and we didn't like it. The reason for that was we still felt that we had a bit of an issue with Vaporeon, and also as well, you could struggle against Gliscor. So I was debating on like Kill Bell, but Static was a nice and lucky battering to annoy Mega Mewtwo Rapidash. Aaron, edit in the footage of the fucking Greninja U-turning, just going fucking what? So the main role in the team was to 1v1 Vaporeon in base form, because as if you are unaware, that the rules in BBL stipulate that you do not have to Mega Evolve on the first turn. And it also was a nice way, because in base form, HPI did like 88% to Gliscor, which was, you know, you just get one hit, you force a Roost, you go into Arceus, click SD, and go thank you for your time. It's just a very, very nice way to play the game. And when I had those two things, I was like, alright, well, what was the next issue? Well, Mega Mewtwo X can hypothetically run away with the game at any time. That was the biggest issue I found out with against Leo. It was that I needed a fast Pokemon, so I decided Mega Mewtwo X loses to Scarf Taunt. And I thought that like Carmine would bulk up with like Marshadow Ghost Fighting was going to be the bring, or like Psystrike T-Bolt. I'm sorry, no, like Shadow Ball T-Bolt, or like Psystrike T-Bolt. Like, there's a lot of options there. I lost to Psystrike T-Bolt once this season. I could very, very easily lose to it again, because it's a very, very good bring against me if you can get every fucking 50-50 right, like the Groat 6-foot hacks can. And once you start doing that, you just gotta go, well, okay. Tornado's T, right? It can be a dedicated failsafe to a numerous amount of Pokemon we've seen because of the coverage move. So, the way that, let's run through a few scenarios. Hurricane the Mega Mewtwo X, which is absolutely amazing, right? And also, if Ditto transforms into one of my Pokemon, and let's say it is Scarfed, we can, like, knock it off. For example, if it, like, transforms into Mimikyu, or it transforms into, well, probably wouldn't knock off Mimikyu, but, like, you could knock it off, you could U-turn it, you could Hurricane it, you know, you just get those options, because it's just a very, very fast boy. And you'll see later on when I actually evade the team that actually comes into play. You've got to understand that when you're building your own team, you need to understand the weaknesses of your own team. And one of the things I've slowly learned, probably more so from playing, but more so watching people like Zazo, is Zazo doesn't build a team with the idea of running anything max speed. Like, max speed to him is like a sin. He's the type of guy that would really run fucking Brave, like, speed time ones. He's like, you aggressively speed creep, and then you put the rest in defense, and then you like run Super Fang Toxic Mew every week and go, oh shit, I'm in finals, let's bring offensive Mew. And that's very, very important. And then I was like, okay, how do I beat his defense? And then the defense was, well, let's look at Slowbro, as Khaz so like, it just does so much work. Assault Vest was preferred to take on Noivern, 2 T-Bolts from defensive Big Volt to allow general annoyance. Also, the idea was if you try to Volt Switch, doesn't have a very good Pursuit Trap on his team besides a Lolomark. If a Lolomark is dead, you Volt Switch, Pursuit Trap, switch out, get the Regenerator, and you're like a deficit of around 16%, 20%, depending on some strats. And then we had the 6, right? Now, I want to talk about the Ditto. The Ditto, as I said before, we got the Torn failsafe, but it's also really important to note that there was 2 main things that made me go, I'm not fucking scared of Ditto. The Mimikyu's Disguise does not activate on Ditto, because the way that Disguise work is it's similar to Hyperspace Fury and Dark Void, and for those of you who are unaware of how those work, it actually is in the code, I'm pretty sure, that it has to be it can't be a transform thing. I'm pretty sure that's the way Hyperspace Fury works from memory. I don't know if it's Dark Void, but I think you probably could Dark Void still. I don't know, but I think that's definitely the case for Hyperspace Fury, because I've had that issue before. People don't know that. And then that was something. And then also as well, Ditto's transformation only allows, it copies every stat but HP. HP remains at base 48 HP stat. And I was like, well, that's pretty good. And then my extreme speed damage roll, like let's go in the damage calc, just to like illustrate a point. This video's gone on for 15 minutes and I haven't really talked about anything. This is fucking hilarious to me. Alright, we're gonna go through some custom sets because Aaron can nearly just like start editing the fucking... Alright, so look, you look at Arceus, right? So custom set. Custom set. If you make that base HP stat 48, the extreme speed does an extra 10% on him, on the 48 HP, right? Now let's say it's 252, you know, 47, and then because you've also got the Silk Scarf, and then you can also say +2, you die, you kill it, but it doesn't kill you because you have that extra HP stat. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, after rocks I guarantee live it, but also he doesn't get a defense boost or any of those boosts. I nearly debated on like being negative IVs, but I decided not to. I got that idea from like Hippo, what's his name? The French, the French, I think it's Hippolyte. He uses Ninja. So when I was looking at that, I was like, oh, perfect. That's definitely what I want to look at. And now I was like, well, alright, let's look at, nearly the final build. Actually, the final build with my good friend Mastodon's DMs. Where is my good friend Mastodon? Ah, see this, right? I have to edit that out too. Have to edit that out. Actually, you have to edit that out. Alright, back to the team. So this is what the final build ended up looking. So we're going to go through it. First Pokemon on the team is Arceus. Now, Arceus, there was a convenience factor of not running return originally. It's actually a frustration. For those of you who aren't aware, when you trade Arceus, when you trade a Pokemon, it goes back to base happiness. And the base happiness is default 0. I want to give a massive thank you to Scalvin for this. Or Curtis, he's a fucking gem of a person sometimes. When he knows like this beautiful like Pokemon mechanics that I don't fucking know or care about, because fuck, Pokemon's a stupid game. But I don't care. And I was like, okay, let's run frustration. And now the other thing that Masto also highlighted is that when you go to the abattoirs to collect Pokemon, because Masto, it's free range. My Pokemon run around in like the fucking boxes. Is that like they're all happy. And he's like, Bird, I reckon the Ditto is going to try to imposter you and be happy, so you're going to get an angry PD, right? And I was like, okay, well, let's do that. And then, so I was looking at it from a lot of perspectives, right? And I just want to really illustrate a point. So, Kelly has Gliscor right now. It's really important to understand that when I run my calcs sometimes, I look at, like, general calcs, just as, like, give an Arceus idea of, like, how much. So, remember before I said it was, like, 104... 144 is extreme speed, or something similar to that, right? Now, when you look at Arceus with a Silk Scarf, the base power of return is something like 102 times 1.2, which is like 120 times 100. It's like 180, nearly two. It's nearly the same as if a Pokemon used Snorlax's Z move that wasn't Snorlax. Like if you soaked a Snorlax and then used its Z move, but you're getting that every fucking hit. And I looked at it and I went, okay, Liquidation was going to be my move of choice, but when Return's doing that much damage, and it's actually doing more than Liquidation because of that same... It's just very, very worthwhile to run it. But Masto also made a very, very eloquent point, an intelligent point, a big brain, galaxy brain point of if you're going to run something like that, you've got to be prepared for the reverse sweep potential. And that's where, by running Mono Normal, if you keep your Mimikyu alive as long as possible, because that's always the plan, he can't reverse sweep you so quickly. And that was definitely something that I wanted to look into as well. How do I not get reverse sweep? Because that's a very important issue. And return or frustration means that he has to rely on extreme speed. He only gets 5 extreme speeds. And 5 turns isn't that long to fucking weigh down, is it? And also as well, if he doesn't know what the happiness is and clicks like return, for example, and I can set up and win, it's very, very hard. So it's a very standard spread. The Spadef was because I wanted to go closest number of HP. But then I also wanted a little bit of Spadef, just in case he's going to be that mixed Mega Mewtwo. Also for Vikavolt, there's a lot of Evaporeon, just a lot of things that would go on. I think from memory, it was actually to live a Scald originally, like live 4 Scalds. And I was really, really happy with the idea of this set. Arceus doesn't need too much explanation. It's a very fucking brain-dead Pokemon. I'm pretty sure some of those glue sniffers in the BBL could use it. It's a shit round 1 overall, round 1 pick, because it's a fucking glue sniffer one. But I'm not going to show you every single calc, but like, let's just go through a few of them. More, you know, like, it's because I have to change them more manually. Like, 2 shots more while. And I was like, okay, well, there's nothing really there that's going to make me stop, like, not wanting to run this besides Crossel. And then I looked at Mimikyu, right? Now, Khaz was originally, he wasn't very, very happy. Show only imported. No, do not clear my custom sets. Show only imported sets. Mimikyu, right? Mimikyu was the second one I put on the team. And then if you look at, for example, Lola Muck, right? Now, Lola Muck is an assault vest. I was just thinking because maybe, like, the Specs Judgment last week. So, we go to +2, right? +2 player off, which is like half. Z-move just drops it. I was like, I wonder how she does neutral. Just like nearly drops it. I was like, okay, that's fair enough. I was like, okay, that really affirms my point. Maybe Mewtwo X is another Pokemon. Now, the reason I was this defense in this like HP but F investment was the same reason why on the Arceus was I really didn't have a reason not to be. But more so as well, when you play that Ditto, it just factors into a little bit. Similar idea with the HP benchmark, but you know, let's snuggle forever. Let's snuggle forever, but Onington, fuck off, bird. No, Bill, get away. Let's snuggle forever, bird. No, fuck off, Bill. It's not 1993. 1992. Bring back the good years. Ah, the good years where I weren't born. But like, it takes like a Shadow Ball, I'm pretty sure, from fucking, yeah. Like, it's a 62% chance to like 2-hit KO. If it's Jolly, but like, it's Timid, for example. I think it's Timid +1. Or like 252. If it's neutral, yeah, it was like that. I was like that's nice. It's like I take 2 off. I take 1 after my disguise is broken. I can just OHKO with a Z-move. Same as Vikavolt and a lot of those Pokemon. There's no real point. As I said, going through individual calcs, but the idea with there was like 12 is just general, and then 4, you know, it just does a lot. It just puts a lot of pressure on a lot of these Pokemon. There was no, I could have tried to outspeed the Gliscor, but I was like 12's enough of a speed creep, and there's no real reason not to do that. And I was really happy with that. I was like, okay, these are the two really simple Pokemon. Now let's get onto a bit more. Now Slowbro. Slowbro is another Pokemon. Now Slowbro is another very brain dead Pokemon. But saying that, there's a little bit of optimization here. The Shadow Ball does 35%. Now Shadow Ball is very important for Mega Mewtwo X. Now, if it's physical, for example, no bulk, we always break a sub. Now that's important. Now if it were 0, we have like a low roll that will not break your sub. So I want a little bit of investment, but also Shadow Ball guarantees it. Flamethrower is also for Vikavolt, and I think the bulky pivot as well was the set I was preparing for. Right now, there's a lot of people say, "Why are you preparing for a bulky pivot?" Now, 24 investment is not much, but it meant that it was going to be like a 95% chance to 2 KO rather than an 84 chance, and that's just like nice. And then 232 Assault Vet. No, sorry. The investment was that, you know, as I said before, Bug Buzz is the same base power. It's not even a 2-shot guaranteed. But in saying that, if you was like Vikavolt with like NU choice specs, which is a set at level 50, you know, you guarantee live one, and it's like, okay, if you can live 1, that's really nice. Yes, your flamethrower does like over half, but that little bit of extra investment just helped out nicely. So now we're on to the next Pokemon. Now, next Pokemon is our Tornadus. Tornadus, as I mentioned before, is the failsafe of the team. Also, 244 attack investment is just like pretty much no real difference. So when I was looking, I was like, okay, Torn, Heatwave does like OHKOs after rocks, and this is why I mentioned earlier when I was looking at the defense, I needed the rocks of Herbie the Love Bug. Man, Herbie's so fucking wholesome. Just rocks up to work. It was like, hello, Pedonison. Man, as if you don't want to see her. Like, the only people that would be more excited to see Herbie the fucking Love Bug rock up are those fucking sluts on that cruise. At that karaoke bar. Sing to me, Herbie. Oh, you're so fucking wholesome. Fucking wetter than the fucking ocean that they were in. Like, you look at it, right? Hurricane OHKO's, you know, no defense. Now I thought, okay, let's say for example he's like 252. I was like, okay, then after rocks. Now let's say he's in base form when he comes in, right? So, you know, U-turn. U-turn does like, you know, 4 hit. But also Mega Mewtwo X, and I was also like, okay, now how do we live Stone Edge? Ice Punch, because I thought Ice Punch was going to be a better bring for him than fucking, you know, you live in Ice Punch. I was like, okay, good enough. I was like, well, what about Vikavolt? Can I live a Vikavolt? I'm pretty sure this was like a Vikavolt Yeah. It lives a fucking Volt Switch. I think it lives a T-Volt. Yeah, it does live T-Volt, and that was also another crucial set. Because Master did get swept by the agility one, and I was like, oh, I don't want to lose to that set, but only, no, I don't want to lose to that one. Knockoff is also a really nice failsafe, because if a Alola Muck tries to get the berry, and you sack a Pokemon, and it hasn't eaten the second berry, you just fucking knock it off. Like, oh, thank you very much. Thank you for your time, BBL fans. It also helps out against Silvally, U-turn or Heat Wave. Even if Silvally Steel, for example, you could Heat Wave it. I just didn't think he had a very good normal flying resist. Like, I don't think, like, Steel or Rock, I was like, also, Crustles, if it's Scarf, if it's like, Shell Smash, Rocky MZ, he can't run away with it, because, like, he has to be, alright, so, like, just to put in perspective, right, I'll go 50. So you don't leave an edge, right, from Crustle. But when I was thinking about it, I was, well, if you do 80% with Hurricane, and he doesn't get a Shell Smash off, you fucking clap him. So the speed stat there is, because you don't need any speed to outspeed the Mega Mewtwo. I also thought looking at his team doesn't really have that many options for Scarfer, so it doesn't need, like, he doesn't have a Lantern. Now that's a good Scarf Pokemon. There's no real reason for that. Now, the next Pokemon on the team, as I said, is Herbie the fucking Love Bug, man. Fuck me. Herbie is so fucking awesome. I've said that before. Torterra, 228 HP, 92 attack. 92 attack was to guarantee earthquake damage off the fucking mark. So let's go to Torterra. Now, the speed investment is for no speed fucking Vaporeon, because if Vaporeon became a an issue, you could handle that. So, like, Earthquake does like 83% to Mark. If it's Muck, Alola, Curse on Monotype Dark, it's like 80, you know, it's like a good roll to KO after rocks, which I was banking on. 252 Impish, you know, just 60%. Even if you're after a Curse, I like +1, like, you still do enough where it's like, okay, thank you for your time. And also because I wasn't that worried, because I always had a few different failsafes. Now, the next Pokemon was my Ampharos. Now, Ampharos was a very, very cool set. Now, Ampharos, I decided to go for, like, you know, guaranteed 3-shot on Muck after rocks. Sorry, that was Fizz Def. If it wasn't Fizz Def, it's guaranteed 2-shot. If it was, sorry, it wasn't Spit Def, it would be guaranteed 2-shot. But also, as well, I looked at the Poison Jab damage, and I was like, okay, I can make Poison Jab, like, roll in my favor to make it a 40k, knock off 2, like, knock off 4 knockoffs. You need, like, a good 4 rolls with Poison Jab, and if he does get the poison, I always rest, and it's mainly important to get the 3. Also with Gliscor too, Gliscor does not want to take it. HP Ice is just a roll on it, in Mega Form. In base form, it still does like 65%. Vaporeon too, like, Vaporeon just could not beat it. It was very, very hard. It's guaranteed 2-shot as well on Spidef Vaporeon. I was like, there's nothing really else to say.
Okay.
1. Hello there, 1992 Tasmania fans. We have the biggest threat in existence today. And no, we're not talking about R. Kelly that we're facing against. We're talking about the fucking Twinkie Bill that I know. He's been unearthed from the depths of Port Arthur. Say hello, Mr. William Benjamin William Standish.
Hello, Pedonison.
He's not
What?
here.
This isn't Pedonison. Who's here?
That's a bird.
It's just per bird. Oh, I thought Pedonison was here.
I know, I tricked you. A man like Pedonison in his beauty can attract even the gay boys. Out of hiding in 1992 Tasmania. Is that good, Bill? Are you watching the game?
That's per good. You want to hear my...
Alright,
I haven't clicked play yet.
Nice, I haven't either. Go for it, Bill.
Do
Tell
it.
the story. Tell the story. Tell your story.
3, 2... Okay, tell me a story. So I was in the car yesterday, and I was having a think about sexualities and stuff. And I thought, you know what? If I'm in a situation where I'm making out with someone, my cock is out, and they've got their hand on my cock, there's a good chance I'm probably gonna finish, irregardless of the gender, right?
Yeah.
You following me?
Yeah, okay. We've all been 13-year-old boys
Oh.
at one stage in our life, Bill. You continue.
To that point, how far further from that am I willing to stretch the 1992 Tasmania?
In what way?
How much farther am I willing to push? Because I've had the sex with the female. I've done the sex kinda with a boy, but he didn't have the penis.
Is that because there's not two penises
How much further?
in gay sex, Bill? Like your tweet with Freeze?
Okay, let me address that.
Alright, this will be good.
I haven't experienced gay sex. I forgot that in gay sex, there's two things that need to finish. Because in normal sex, you can finish two things with one action. Often that's difficult and you need to do extra stuff for the familia, but it's completed in the same way. With gay sex, it's doing one action twice.
Yeah, but Bill, you could use like the same argument. Like I could probably give it to a third, like a kid in year 3 and said, "There's two men," and they'd go, "Okay," and you go, "If they have, genitalia, how many genitalia are in this transaction?" They'd be like 2. So Bill, that is very worrying that you're just like, "Oh yeah, but I only see one." You must be a skeptic, Bill. I reckon. You're like, "Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I reckon there is one." And it's the same as for you, Bill. With sex. Oh, I've seen one penis. It's my penis, and I do not know what the dude I'm hooking up with is. But then again, Bill, you do like the transgender community, so I would get confused too.
That's true. Speaking of the transgender community, he has a Mewtwo.
Why is that transgender, Bill? Please explain.
Look at it. That looks like a man that's been on tea for a few weeks.
Tea? A man on tea? Is it like testosterone?
Hey, look.
Don't you mean estrogen?
Because he's got like the thin... No, on testosterone, because he's got like the really thin waist, but he's developing pecs. And he's got a long sort of thing coming from his crotch area, but you don't think it's a penis.
Yeah, so wouldn't it be a female to male transitioning? So wouldn't it be a female
on
testosterone for a few weeks?
Yeah, female to male, so on testosterone.
Yeah, but you said a male on T for a few weeks. That's where I got confused. I was like, don't men?
But if they're a female on T, then they identify as a male, meaning you call them a male, Bert.
That's too confusing for 1992. We just label it 1992 because it's 1992. We don't call it 1993 because it's 1992. We just call it 1992.
Of course. All I'm saying is that I want to see a Mewtwo that's nicknamed
Well, Bill, maybe you have to come back to Draft Leagues.
Oh, well, actually, I'm contractually obligated to play Sword and Shield so I can play in the WBE, Bird.
Oh, nice. Well, it's good to know that you're going to play in the Sword and Shield WBE. Maybe they can pay their analysts, but there's a Vicavolt there. That's A-Drive.
Oh, yes, Mr. A-Drive. Shall we just jump into the game, or do we want to discuss the whole team?
No, we'll discuss the whole team, Bill. It's important. I don't know why we are, but it's important. Gliscor, that's Blunder's favourite Pokemon. He's like, it's the best mon in fucking existence because of Toxickill. He's like Bill Standish in P4G, takes all the toxic comments and then wins the championship. Is that good, Bill?
That's very good. But also, Kelly has, as Gliscor, isn't that and a Vaporeon, isn't that Stall?
It was. I was really worried they was going to bring like Sub-Protect Gliscor with Dig. Try to timer stall me if he was in the... We got ahead early. I got really paranoid about things.
Timer stall... Oh no, timer stall is a very important thing, and I think it should be banned in most leagues because it's just so hard to prep for.
Yeah, I also think as well if you're spending 60 minutes playing Pokemon, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly, I don't spend 60 minutes doing anything except sucking dick.
Bill, you got to make money somehow, all right? If you don't get going after the pigs, you don't make pretty pictures anymore. You got to make your money somehow, Bill.
True, Bird. That is very true.
And then he has like a Galarian Rapidash. I'm upset it's not fire type. So Bill, I reckon this.
Well, you know the new.
Go, Bill.
You know what the new Galarian Ponyta said?
What?
It said gay rights.
Oh fuck. 1992 is a bit offended. But then Silvally, that's like you, Bill, because you believe you can be fucking anything you want to be. I'm gonna be gay. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. Bill, fucking. It's hard to keep up with you. You're the Silvally, Bill. It's an LGBTI ally. It could be anything it wants. It just has to say what it wants to be.
But the good thing about Silvally is once it says that it's a thing, it becomes the thing.
Like the fucking male Mewtwo that's on testosterone.
Exactly, yes.
And then we have Vaporeon. Bill, don't you like Vaporeon because it's a Stally Pokemon?
Oh, I hate Stallbird. I would never run Stall in my life.
Alright, and then we have, my team is Arceus, he's PD Wrath, because he's Pedonison, he's a little bit angry today. I don't know why he's angry.
You have a Torterra!
Yeah, is that good, Bill?
That is for good!
Do you like Torterra?
What's its name?
Oh, he's Herbie.
I do, what's its name?
It's Herbie the Love Bug.
Ah. But it looks like Pedonison.
No, what, Bill? He's Arceus. He's God.
Oh. Well, I mean, you've also got a Slowbro, so I feel like and Tornadus. Look at Tornadus' mustache. Yeah. I feel like 4 Mons on your team could be named Pedonison.
It's also Mega Ampharos. He's got beautiful hair, Pedonison. He could be. And then
doesn't Bill have beautiful hair?
He does. Bill, you know that you and that Pikachu is going to be the thumbnail for this picture, but I'm going to Photoshop Kelly's face on the Pikachu. That's going to be the thumbnail.
Yes.
Is that
good? You want the photo of me with the Minun as well? I can get you the photo of me with a Minun as well.
No, we're doing the Pikachu, Bill, because I'm not fucking going through more of your homosexual photos. And then the Mimikyu's Pedonison after a long day at the pigs, he's dead inside. Alright, Bill. 3.
It's yeah.
3, 2, 1.
2.
Play.
1. Oh, we're playing, boys.
Yeah, we're playing. I led with Arceus because I thought Pedonison wants to come out and play today.
Pedonison always wants to come out. It's because he's gay.
No, Bill. Don't ruin 1992.
Yeah.
Bill, you know that the Kamoa outfit's only for fuckboys, right? Isn't Kelly getting married? I'd be worried.
It's true.
I'd be worried if I was Mel. I just click frustration.
Because listen, it's pretty good.
Pedonison had a lot.
No, I think the thing about the overdrive. Oh, what is this? Something that's gonna resist. Is that rock type Silvally?
No, it's steel.
You know why they call it Silvally?
Because it's arse. No, why do they call
it Silver Ally?
That's because it's an ally.
A silver ally. Silvally.
It's a boomer ally. It's like gives a it's like you're not a woman. She don't think it's like, oh, my clit's bigger than your dick as it yells as it goes out. So it's, you know, it gives a good parting shot. It's an ally. Bill, look at this. It's the male on testosterone.
It is. Look at him go. I'd like to kiss him gently on the forehead.
Bill, I thought you were on.
Yes, it's Blue Rogue. Oh no, it is a guy on testosterone.
Which one?
Yes. Look at him.
Mega Mewtwo's taking some steroids. He lost his teeth though.
He's finished his testosterone. No, it's still there. It's just curled up around the back.
Oh yeah, do you like how he bulks up?
Look at his thighs now.
He gets injected by testosterone every time he goes for bulk up.
Oh my god, he's just a trans guy. Yes.
I'll go as gold. Rogue's got some hot water for you gays. He's cleansing you. And then
being scolded by. He's being. No, see, the problem is. He's being scolded by transphobes and he can't hide. Oh, but he hid. He's got good friends supporting him. He can survive the scold.
Bill, are you suggesting that my good pal Blue Rogue is a transphobe? Is that what you were trying to insinuate there?
I'm suggesting. No, Rogue is a trans ally. Rogue. Like Silvally, he's a.
Bill, Rogue's a wholesome man. That's all we needed to know.
He's a very. No, very wholesome. I love Blue Rogue.
I miss Rogue.
Just to this trans guy?
Yeah, Rogue got beat up by a trans
guy. Is that going to be the title of the video? Blue Rogue gets beat up by a trans guy?
No, Bill, it's called 1993 Tasmania. That's what the title is.
Of course, of course.
So let's click the Z move here. And the goes, whee!
What's the gay Z move?
Yeah,
it's Twink Tackle.
Twink Tackle. like what Bill just did. When you tackled me in the pool at South Bank, I was like dying. That was fun. No,
and that's why it didn't work on Podonison because he's a solid.
Wait, Bill, do you reckon the Mewtwo is what Kelly was feeling when he was playing me? Just like sweating face emoji. We give him a thumbs up.
Definitely. Now he saw the twink coming and he was like, "Oh no, not again!" Because
Let's snuggle forever. It's even gayer.
Is because you go into Mimikyu's sack.
Yeah, I know. I just SD as it goes.
Did you run? Can you click HP Ice?
Bill, not everyone runs your sets.
You're gonna live this, right? You're gonna take this. Take all these. You take all these. Yeah, nice. Play off. What's one shot, right? One shot.
Like half.
Shot. Shot though.
If he doesn't have roots,
Bruce, that's gay.
I know, Bill. I was a little bit. Look, Bill, he's timer stalling by roosting. Is that timer stalling? You reckon?
Kelly, did you ban Timer Stall?
No, it's Aaron's league. He's a bit.
Is it banned?
No, Aaron doesn't ban things. He's a bit toxic.
Given the win regardless, because that's ridiculous.
You know. That's why Aaron went 1-7. He was watching too much anime, and he like timer stalled himself. And then this next.
You know what they say about the anime?
What do they say about anime, Bill? Bill, what do they say about anime?
It's per gay.
Oh no, very 1993 Tasmania.
Didn't get it until 1993. That's when they.
It was a +3 with me.
Whoa.
+4 with me. It was quite entertaining.
Oh! Oh!
Lucky. I mean, the Shadow Snake would have picked
Wait.
it after it.
Me? Me?
You see the trick, Bill? Was that good?
Oh, I did. It was very good. I'm very proud of you, bud.
Thank you, Bill.
I would give you a pat on your head, but you're too far away.
Oh, maybe. Maybe soon. We never know, Bill. You never know. You never know when you'll be low.
God.
Like a glory hole, Bill. You never know.
This is gonna do a good chunk, isn't it? Oh, very good chunk.
I wouldn't describe that as a chunk, Bill. I'd nearly say it nearly killed it. Now we just go into Podonison. He's like, Podonison's like, oh no, I did win 4-0. Why don't tell me I won 5-0? That's funny.
Oh, it's important. Because you dominated with Podonison. Oh, yes!
Easy. You like the swords dance play, Bill? I just brought setups there. Is that good, Bill?
Yes, that's my least favorite playstyle, but I fucking froth it when you do it, bud.
What's your favourite playstyle, Bill? Besides stall?
I like bulky offense. Why I like bulky offense?
And you like bulky?
That's like a trans guy pre-T. Bulky, and they're offensive.
What's a psychic? Oh,
There's this.
what the fuck? What's a horse?
What's a psychic? I don't like that Rapidash because it didn't say gay rights yet.
It didn't say. It's 1992 Tasmania, Bill, not 1993.
That's 1992 Rapidash.
1993 is like I've taken a gap year, went to Europe, went to my first fire prey, and I just thought, you know what, people maybe deserve rights.
I like your gay voice, it's really nice.
I watch Bill's Danish videos to get it right.
I have the gruffest voice ever, fuck off. Frustration, this is gonna one-shot this, that's where I am.
Bill, my favourite one is, when are you releasing the skincare video, Bill? That's what everyone seems to always ask, like, when is Bill releasing the skincare video? Apparently Siemens released it, so that's why I reckon he released it.
I've never had semen on me face. Actually, there was this one day where it had been a few weeks since I've rubbed one out, and I finished, and it did a full arc in the sky and landed on my cheek.
Probably licked it off it too, Bill. Disgusting, man.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see what it tasted like.
You're like, oh, this is better than the one I sucked last, the one I had last night.
Okay, let's recap the team. So, Bird brutally beat up a team that was pro gay rights and had a trans guy on it. What do you say for yourself, Bird?
1992 Tasmania will always prevail.
Is that why you're wanting to become Prime Minister, Bird? So you can make being gay illegal in Tasmania again?
Only Tasmania, though. Everywhere else?
Tasmania.
Tasmania.
Or only in Canberra.
No, dude, we're not having them in Canberra. We're having them in Tasmania.
Exactly.
Because, Bill, you're in Tasmania. They'll be like, oh, yeah, it's really good we don't have any gay people in Tasmania. It'd be really, really nice. We still sleep with our brother and sister, but...
It's all very secret. He keeps us safe. Yeah, no, it's good though. We like it. That's the best of both worlds. Bird, we forgot to do something. All of Bill's Draft League videos starts or ends with me and my co-host singing a popular song that was on So Fresh, like 2011. The last song I did with Kelly was Strawberry Kisses. So, never heard Strawberry Kisses. It goes something like this. I've been missing strawberry kisses. Nothing tastes as sweet. The taste will drive me crazy. I've been missing strawberry kisses. Nothing tastes as sweet. The taste will drive me crazy. What? It's Nikki Webster. Oh, disappointing. Well, you sign out with whatever the fuck song you want. Bill has to go have some breakfast. Oh, the small things. Things. I don't know the song.